Twat Music, here with Chris from Menzies, who have an album coming out very soon. I'm pretty sure we'll get this online before the album's out. I will try my best.
Right.
So May the 8th, that's right?
That's right.
Yeah, and the album's called Holding My Cold Hand Even Though Yours Is Warm, which features in a couple of songs, both singles you put out so far, and then it's at the end of the album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of like, I feel like that elevates that lyric to a certain status. So I wanted to ask, like, what's the significance of that line for you?
Yeah, it came up first in Mashed Potato as that kind of ending refrain.
Yeah.
And Appy was initially a second section to Mashed Potato
Okay.
that we were trying to play around with until Doug, the bassist, was like, Chris, I think you've just written a different song here. Like, I don't think this is Mashed Potato, this is something else. And I was like, oh, what? Like, because I just wanted a different section to Mashed Potato. I was like, oh, we've got to do another song now. So then it ended up in Appy as well, at the very end. And then, and it made its way into outro as well. And it was in those places before it became the album title.
Yeah.
And then when we were thinking about the album title, I guess a lot of the decision making for the album was like, go with what the cheesy, obvious option is. And that was the one that just kept resounding through the album. And why, I guess it's like, it's a sentiment that I like.
Yeah.
And that, like, if you've got a cold hand and someone's got a warm hand, they might still hold your hand. Yeah. And they get a little bit colder, but you get a little bit warmer, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a sucker for like a longer album title.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe not like Fiona Apple long.
What's that?
There's a,
that's the really long one,
it's often referred to as when the porn ...
I know what you're talking
about. It's basically a whole poem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some long ones that you enjoy?
So the Ring That's album came out last year.
Great.
The Lord Is My German Shepherd,
Great
24
name.
Keys, which I think is one of the best album titles of all time.
And like, great to get brackets in an album title, get some grammar in there.
Which, yeah, I don't know, an album title that has your attention before you've even heard the music, and you like, okay, yeah. And that album holds up too. It's solid.
Agree.
Yeah. Yeah, Appy. I'm going to read some lyrics from it. And Davy's handing out sausage rolls on his grandma's hand-carved wooden tray. I'll take two, thanks, Davy. And Ruff Ruff the dog is rough-roughing about, biting at our heels and chasing the tennis ball. I feel like your lyrics are really unique, and they're not like the sort of lyrics that many people write. And like, when I listen to that song, like, it creates really strong imagery that, like, I feel like I'm transported into that house where that's taking place, and I'm getting these details from the lyrics, but then my brain starts going, is it wooden floor? Is it carpet? What does the carpet look like? And in my head, it's like a brown and orange 70s carpet.
Right. Yeah.
What's this couch look like that these people are sitting on? And there is a question here somewhere. With a song, like, you kind of want to tell us, if you want to tell a story, you really, you don't have the space like you do in a book or a novel or whatever. You really just, it's often about just capturing some point and some emotion, and that does that really well. So yeah, with that song, I guess my question is, like, what was the writing process for that song? Like, did lyrics come first and then music, and you had to find music that sort of, because I feel like the music and the lyrics just match so well. Did they come together, or one before, or did you have this music and you're like, it feels like it needs this is the sort of lyric it's calling for? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. So yeah, it came as it initially, the chord pattern was part of Mashed Potato, and pretty quickly got extracted into its own thing, which I guess in part is why those were the two singles of the album, because they were like the core the Siamese twins or whatever that got split in half or something.
Yeah, unfortunately you didn't split them on the album there, back to back.
Yeah, they're still there hanging out.
Kept them together.
Yeah, and the chords came first, and I remember playing around with them, and I didn't know what to do with them because they were like so cheesy and like had so much like, almost like nostalgia even just in them, and I was like, oh, and I remember saying to my partner at the time, like, I don't know what to do with these chords like that, like I didn't know if they'd fit with menzies or what we'd done so far. And she was like, I think you know what to do with them. And I was like, what does that mean? And I was like, what? And I was like, if I did know what to do with them, like what would I do with them? And I was like, I'll just lean into it, like, and I'd just go, I'd go all the way there, you know, like. And so we did, and the words came really quickly. I remember we played it in the rehearsal room, maybe when we just split it from Mashed Potato, and I was just like riffing words over the top, and they were like pretty similar to what the final words are. Yeah. Because I think it just gave me the sense and feeling of like summer afternoons, like love, friendship, New Zealand barbecue, you know, this type of thing. And so all the words came that way, and a lot of it, I guess, was like imagery that I was seeing or feeling that just made its way into the song.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say like cheesy or whatever. I think like that can often be a fear of a songwriter of like not wanting to come across as cheesy or whatever. It doesn't come across as cheesy at all.
Thanks.
But yeah, I guess in terms of like your lyrics in general, when you like listen to the album, there's parts that are like, you know, have a there's like an absurdity, and like sometimes like it's funny, but it's not it's certainly not like comedy music. And then there's, as you listen to it more, it sort of reveals that even songs that like might on the surface seem like a funny thing, you realise, oh, there's this other layer there of sometimes it might be some darkness or something, and I just feel like these balance each other so well. Is that something you like intentionally try to do, or do you even agree with my take?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. It's, I guess, yeah, none of it gets written with the intention of being outright funny, but I think some of the words or lyrics or phrases that capture me are the ones that might be, surprising, or that I do find humorous in the moment. I'm not like sitting there being like, oh, what's going to be funny here, or, you know, but the things that kind of catch me or catch my attention, I guess like laughter is surprise, you know, and so it's the thing that I find like, oh, what was that? But yeah, I agree with your take in that I guess I just try balance like what's surprising but also what hurts. You know, what are those things that are interesting to look at but really sensitive and hurt to touch?
Yeah, probably another, and like, so sometimes that happens like within the same song, and then there's like one point on the album where I just love what you've done with the sequencing, which is All Black into Chasm. So All Black is, for anyone who hasn't heard it, a song about you wanting to be tackled by an All Black, and dreaming of such things.
Or the narrator.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So you're a character in that song. I love writing from a character. Sometimes I feel like I'm not interesting enough to write about myself all the time, no. So I invent someone.
You're a human. We're all fucking, you know, pull to draw from.
Yeah, so there's that, which like, I remember the first time I heard it was at a show you played at Valhalla.
Oh, yeah.
And you just, it's in like a cappella song, so just in the middle of the set you just did this. And there's something about a cappella that's like, all that's happening here is singing. It's like, so you really pay attention to the lyrics. And so I feel like that song pulls the listener in, and there's nothing heavy to it. It's like unusual, but piques the interest. And then while you have them, then you like plunge them into this sort of this next song, Chasm, which is like, for me, it's like the emotional centerpiece of the album. That's what it feels like. It's like, there's some feeling going on here. Was that an intentional juxtaposition?
Yeah, it felt like, as far as the track order, the flow of the album went, that it needed to come down there, and it didn't. I remember trying to split them out, because they're like the two more, other than the interludes, they're the two more like stripped back songs in the album, and it just didn't feel right having them in different spots. And they also, if it's on the record, they tailed out the side of the end of side A as well.
Yeah.
So yes, I guess it was intentional having them next to each other, and made more sense to go from all black into the chasm other than the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like, the album starts with this sort of field recording from the Inter-Islander, and then those are interspersed throughout the album. I always love that sort of stuff. I'm gonna assume that you've done the Inter-Islander gig at some point.
I've never played the Inter-Islander gig.
Not even as a magician.
Wow. There is an exception. Which, so that in these interludes, there's a bunch of them from the Inter-Islander, and they're recordings that I took on the ferry of actual intercom announcements. But the reason I was on the ferry that day is that I, for a period, was doing, this is like just over the last few years, was doing kids entertainment, as often like kids' birthday parties, and I'd done ninjas and Darth Vader, and
were you the Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yes. So good.
Yes. Yeah, you got there before I managed to get there story-wise. Yeah.
Listen to the album and you'll get it.
Yeah. For no context here, there's an interlude where the Inter-Islander person announces that there's a special guest coming on board for kids' entertainment, and it's Spider-Man. So it was a beautiful day, and I got the ferry at like 11 or midday or something from Wellington down to Picton. Did Spider-Man for like an hour in the middle of it, and then had like enough time to get off the boat, have a Subway 6-inch, get back on the same boat, and then you come straight back up, like once people loaded back onto it again, Spider-Man again for an hour, and then and I got home, I got back at like 10, 11 at night from the Inter-Islander. Right,
so that's a paid gig rather than when bands do it and they're just doing it for the free pass.
Yeah, to get between the islands. Yeah, I took all those recordings on that trip.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, they were so just interesting, and like, I just loved them. They were like so New Zealand and so just like beautiful and earnest. And so I was just recording them all without any intention of them going on the album, but just because I loved them. And then I had to make sure I captured the Spider-Man one as well. And then I was like, I reckon this could be threaded through the album like a journey between the two islands. And so it was really fun to snip them up and work out where they could go in relation to the rest of the songs.
Yeah. And on the topic of child entertainers, this is a song on the album called Susie Cato. Do you have a strong childhood connection with Susie Cato?
I guess I do, in the way that a lot of people probably around my age or even broader do. You know, grew up on Susie Cato and
treasure.
And love her and her work. I think she's incredible. Strong memories of watching her on TV. Actually, I remember my mum saying that we went and saw her at like a show in Christchurch, like when I was small, and I'd only seen her on the TV. I was like right at the back of the stage, right at the back of the audience, and me saying out loud like, Susie, it's me, like it's me, Chris, as if like I couldn't comprehend that we did that.
Yeah,
she didn't know. It
was like one way.
Yeah, exactly. And my mum would be like, oh sweet, like. A lot of time and respect for Susie.
Yeah. And what's that song about?
I think I don't think I knew this when I was writing it, but when I look back at it, like you've got Susie Cato played. There's like a bunch of children things in there, and then like Don McGlashan's child. Like to me, it's about growing up in New Zealand and that passageway. Yes.
Put your face into the mash. Now you got mash on your lash. Right now, I can't even think what a tangerine is right now. Right now, I can't even think what a tangerine is right now. Holding my cold hand, even though it is warm. Holding my cold hand, even though it is warm.
Do you write a lot of lyrics and then only stuff makes it through, or are you like often writing for the song, or are you just like jotting down things all every day? You see?
Yeah, only for the song.
Yeah.
It's I don't have a backlog of lyrics just for lyrics' sake.
Yeah.
It tends to almost always be music first and then words over the top.
Yeah.
And I'll just like loop the music over and over and just play with words until something feels right. There are a few songs that do come like words and melody first and then things get built around them, but very few.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously All Black's an example of that, that came like as it was without music beneath it, but the vast bulk, music first and then whatever comes on top.
And then with that one, were you like, actually, I don't think this needs music?
Exactly right, yeah. I sat with it for a while and play, like I tried different chords on piano and guitar beneath it and tried it out, and just I kept sitting on it, and yeah, until eventually I was like, fuck, I think like it could just be this, and then tried it out in a live show for the first time, and I was like, oh yeah, this is it, like there's nothing else that needs to go with this, so it stuck around.
Yeah, I remember when I saw you and you did that, I think I told you at the time, I was reminded a bit of one of my favourite artists, Kieran J. Callanan,
Right,
Australian. Yep. So, yeah, have you ever seen him?
Many times, yeah.
You know the song he does, The Toddler?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, where it's just a cappella, but he's doing this.
The dance comes out.
Yeah. Oh, so good. And then, I think that Chasm is the other song on the album that gives me a bit of a Kieran vibe in terms of that guitar.
Right.
There's those slow songs he does, like Chardonnay Shorn, Landslide, yeah.
Landslide. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah. And again, is like similar in terms of the balance between like the kind of quirky absurdity and earnestness combining to balance each other really well. Yeah. So maybe, I've always loved him and his stuff, so maybe that's like the thing about it that I also see in your music that I really like.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I've always admired his performances,
Yeah.
I mean, like, holy shit.
Interesting guy too.
I know, the Chasm, dun, dun, dun. It's literally 3 notes. I think the whole way through. I might just destroy this fly because it's going to keep pissing me off.
Yeah.
This is, fuck it, we might need a cut. I'm going to... where were we? Oh yeah, Chasm. It's 3 notes. And I again thought, does this need more? And was like, nah, I think this is it.
Sometimes that simplicity is just, so good. It's like, it gives it this kind of what gives it that rawness, and it's like it's not just simplicity in terms of, like you say, only being a few notes. It's like very sparse in terms of production. Your song. Speaking of, so you did the album with James, didn't you?
Yep.
James Goldsmith.
We did.
Who just keeps churning out album after album that go onto my favourites list.
Right.
The last few years. How did that come about? You working with James? How did you choose James to do, and how was that?
Yeah, I guess came about largely through recommendations. I'd known of James in the way that probably most people, particularly in Wellington music, do. And he did the Mystery Waitress album that came out, was it last year before
I think
last?
the year before last, yeah. Incredible.
And it's a beautiful album. I just loved what they did. I love the sound of it. I love that step for the band, and I think Tessa just did such a good job with it, and I love the way it all sounded. And so Tessa was one of the people that suggested James.
Right.
And so we got chatting, and it's...
And then tracked at the surgery?
Yep.
Did you do it all in a fairly short period of time, or was it sort of spaced out over a period? Or
pretty short period of time. We did just 3 days straight. And tracked the vast bulk of it live. Almost all of it. There are a few songs that we broke into sections, but literally only one or two. So it's pretty much all live. And then over the next couple months after that, we did the overdub separately, which was trombone, violin, backing vocals, bit of guitar feedback, power drills.
And would you do that with James, or would you record bits and send them through to him?
We did all the overdubs ourselves.
Yeah.
So that was in rehearsal rooms or people's bedrooms or lounges or whatever.
Yeah, it's great how you can do it these days, eh?
Yeah, it's fun. It's nice, just popping around different places and getting different sound bites.
Yeah. And you're doing vinyl pressing as well. It's quite a commitment. Was that important to you? To get on vinyl?
Yeah, I think I love the idea of having something physical.
Feels like you've actually released an album.
It's not just digital and poof. I think I agree. It felt like a real complete thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward
and that's pressed through Holiday.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
That's done through Holiday. So pressed up in Tamaki.
They're good sorts who do a good job. Yeah.
Lovely.
So you're going on tour as well. So I think the dates are out already, but probably a proper announcement forthcoming. Maybe before this is out. How many shows are you doing all up?
We're doing 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, from bottom to the top of the country. It's Dunedin.
You start at the bottom?
No, we've done it. This is not chronological order.
Yeah.
But it's the way I can do it in my brain. Dunedin, Christchurch, Wellington, Palmerston North, Whanganui, Auckland, Raglan.
Yeah.
So
Cool. So Porridge, Watson and Whanganui?
Yep.
Love that place.
Have never played there.
Right.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm playing there in July.
Great.
Yeah. So, I played there I don't know, maybe 2 years ago now, and it was just heaps of fun. Good people. And most people watching this will probably be from Wellington. So when is the Wellington show and where?
Wellington show is Friday the 17th of July at Meow.
At Meow. Have you got openness for that one yet?
We have not fully confirmed.
Right.
We got the muscle.
Cool.
Which I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
And another one in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love their music.
Cool. Good. Hopefully that pans out. All right. Anything else we want to add?
Oh, wow. Is there anything else I want to add? Thank you for everything that you do. For the Wellington music scene and beyond. I think it's awesome. We were talking about this before this was rolling. But it's such a great contribution of your time and life force. Anything else? No. There's any other questions you have?
No. So menzies album is called Holding My Hand. even though yours is warm.
Holding my cold hand.
Holding my cold hand.
This is my fault.
and-
We've done this to you.
Yeah, holding my cold hand even though yours is warm. May the 8th. Go have a listen to it and check out the show in July. And yeah, thanks Chris for chatting.
Thanks, Luke.
And I'm making friends alive. Know that I'm making friends, and I'm making friends. And I'm making friends alive. Know that I'm making friends, and I'm making friends.
Holding my cold hand, even though yours is warm. Holding my cold hand,
Fuck it, we might need
even
to
though
I don't have a donut all there. There's a donut all there.
keep going and Duncan.
Oh, you got one of those?
Yeah, do you have one of them?
No,
They're really great.
my kids really want one.
There's one. Oh, I didn't quite bring it.
Just maimed it.
Yeah, it's like it's just a shotgun. Anyway, let's keep going.